And we do look at estate agency and lettings from a financial services perspective. It's an important move for landlords, it's an important investment. We'd regularly deal with landlords who are building up property portfolios, whether they be looking at buy-to-let mortgages or buying with investment funds.
Well, our letting agency, we obviously we have properties that landlords give us to let out, so we source a tenant for them, we do the inventory for the property, we're the first port of call for the tenant should there be any issues, responsible for the collection of the rent and then distributing that onto the landlord. Just take the hassle away from the landlord basically. We do everything.
In Barrow we are letting agents as well as estate agents, and we deal with a lot of the landlords' taxation affairs. A lot of the landlords, whether they've got into buy-to-let properties through choice or in some circumstances it isn't through choice. I think where it isn't through choice, there's a big worry for them about the whole scenario, the taxation. We can take that on board from management, collecting the rent, finding the tenant, and we can then just sort the taxation out, and the landlord needs to have no input at all. We can take care of everything, and I think there's a lot of landlords that do appreciate when we do that.
The other offices look after the rental customers, the tenants and the landlords. I pay them. Basically, that's my role with the lettings. I ensure that the rents get to the landlord on time and just oversee all the payments for that really. That's my role with lettings.
The most important role?
Yeah. You've got to collect the money first though to get it in, so they do a really good job in collecting the money from the tenants, but my role is just to pay the landlord. So.
For the landlord, we take all the stress and all the problems that could evolve throughout the tenancy. So as I say, we make sure they know all the regulations and the rights. For the tenant themselves, we make sure that they're going to be happy in the property, which in the long run is going to benefit the landlords and the tenant. And we're just looking to provide a good service for both parties, and hopefully it could be a longer lasting relationship. I think because of the service they receive, and we've got a good reputation in the town, one of the longest standing rental property agents. And as I say, it's families, word of mouth, they would recommend us because of the service they've received before, and they know they're going to be looked after. So we try and keep ahead, keep the landlords up to date with all the different regulations in place. And as I say, there's gas safety checks to look at, electrical checks, fire safety, regulations with furnishings and stuff. So as I say, we keep them up to date so they know exactly they've been looked after, isn't it, to get the proper information that they need.